Alright, I think I'm live. If you're here, let me know if you hear me, if everything sounds good. Let me see if I can hear myself. Alright,
Oh yeah, I think this is good. Cool.
If you're here, let me know. Sorry, okay. Alright, I think this sounds pretty good. How are you guys doing? So for this video, this live stream, we're gonna do just kind of like a practice room, like a warm-up routine. To be honest, I didn't really practice that much today. I just recorded a new YouTube video, and I recorded the Mozart theme and variations by Soar, and it's really long, so it's been taking up most of my day to edit it. So this is a good time for me to do like a little warm-up routine, I think. Everybody wants to hear heavy metal, or it's just Eric that wants to hear heavy metal. So the deal is, I'm gonna play heavy metal on my YouTube channel here, and I can't play heavy metal until we get to 6.66K subscribers. So if you want to hear me play heavy metal I have a bunch of electric guitars. I don't know if you can see them over here. That's only some of them. If you want to hear me play heavy metal on my YouTube channel, subscribe to my video, or subscribe to my channel and like all my videos and share them. But it'll be here when we get to this many subscribers. It's the goal. So I gotta set a goal, and then we'll have it. But for now, we're just gonna do a little warm-up routine, and I'll show you some of my favorite warm-ups. I usually will spend like 30 minutes doing a warm-up routine, and yeah, so let's dive into it. Hi Loretta Studios. Yes, I've been practicing shredding. I still have to get used to using a pick. That's why I have this goal of when I get to like 6,000 subscribers, I'll do it. I'm still working on it. I'm learning some solos and working on my technique, but it's been really fun. Okay, so here, let's see. You know what would be a good way to start is tuning. So I'm gonna tune on my phone. I just got new strings on like 2 days ago, so they're still kind of going out of tune. I use just an app tuner on my phone. There's this app called Sound Corset, which I use as a metronome sometimes, and they also have a pretty good tuner, so let's tune up. Alright, okay, so let's see. The first thing I'm gonna do with practicing my warm-up, like just doing a technique kind of warm-up, is I like to do some right hand exercises. So one of the really good things I like to do is like a Raschiato technique, and that just kind of helps with getting your hand warmed up, especially because most of the time when we're playing classical, it's always like these flexing muscles, like we're doing this kind of a motion. You can see my tendons moving a little bit this way, and this is like the opposite of that. So it's kind of just a good way to just kind of balance out our hands and get a good like kind of hand workout. Shane asks, what kind of strings do I use? I use Augustine Paragon Red. They're like a carbon fiber. For the top three are carbon fiber. Okay, so let's do a Raschiato. The first thing I'm going to do is plant my thumb on the B string, on the second string. You see this? Yeah. And then my A finger is going to play the E string, but like a Raschiato like this, so it's going to go. And then M, and then I, and then I is going to come back. So I'm gonna do the same thing. I'm gonna take my thumb and move down a string to the third string. And then we'll just go down again, 4th string. Move my thumb down each string and rest my thumb there while I do that. Another good way to do this is to get the pinky finger involved in this, which again, we probably never use your pinky finger when you're playing, but kind of just helps balance out your hand and give your hand like a full workout. So I'm gonna do the same thing, but I'm just gonna do pinky, A, M, I. So start with my thumb on the 2nd string. I'm gonna do my thumb down a string, down a string, and then once I've got my thumb not even on any of the strings, I've got all the strings, then I put my thumb back on the 6th string and I go back. Let me just keep going back up. That's probably something I would do like a little bit faster. Like I would do these more quickly, but I'm talking right now. Hi Robbie, you're actually not that late. We're just starting actually, so I'm doing some Raschiato techniques. Let's see. The next one I'm gonna do is, it's gonna be A, M, I, and then I'm gonna bring A, M, I back in. So A, M, I, A, M, I. And the same thing, we're leaving thumb on each string. So thumb on the 2nd string. A, M, I, A, M, I. A, M, I, A, M, I. So this is something I like to do. These, if you can get them fast. When I played Usher Waltz, that was one of the things. So it's kind of like A, M, I, and then bringing A back in. It's tricky to get fast, but if you practice it at that tempo, you can get it fast again. Eric asks, have you ever played gypsy jazz? Yes, well, a little bit, just for fun. I have 2 gypsy jazz guitars that are fun to play. Maybe I'll get better at it someday. Okay, so we did a little bit of Raschiato. Let's see if we could do, another thing I like to do is like a little bit of tremolo practices. And I just like to do different kinds of tremolo I guess fingerings. So usually we would do tremolo like P, A, M, I, P, A, M, I. But I'm gonna do some different ones just to get my fingers moving. So the first one I'm gonna do is on the 1st string, and we're gonna move, so we're gonna play all the tremolo notes on the 1st string and move the bass. Okay, so I'm gonna do first with the rest stroke. I'm gonna do P, I, A, M, I. P, I, A, M, I, P, I, A, M, I, P, I, A, M, I. Oh, I forgot to do that. Okay, and then we'll do the same thing, but with the free stroke, I mean. So we're gonna do P, I, A, M, I, P. So that's P, I, A, M, I. And I wonder like how fast we could get that to. So. Yeah, and then maybe just play it a little bit faster. Okay, the next one I'm going to do is kind of like flipping it. We're going to do same thing. We're going to keep the tremolo on the first string and move the bass strings. And we're going to do rest stroke first. It's going to be P, A, I, M, A. Ken asks, joining late, are you doing this from memory or a book? So this is, it's probably memory at this point, but I have like, on my iPad, I have something that, like a document that I created that's a bunch of pages that I've taken from different books that I like to add and like I made into a warm-up routine. So this exercise I'm doing right now is number 59 in Kithara Logos. So this is just like, I took a bunch of pages of exercises that I liked and made them into like one PDF document. And then I kind of go off of that. And I have different ones like this, like, and they're kind of like slightly different. I'll do a different tremolo maybe on the next day or something like that. Oh, okay, so P-I-M-I means, so remember our right hand fingers are P-I-M-A. So P is your thumb, I is your index, M is middle, and A is like your ring finger. So P-I-M-A, P-A-M-I-A. So if those are hard to remember, you can just kind of like write them down, and they'll get easier to remember. I think that it's only those 4, P-I-M-A, and then that helps with like if I'm telling you which finger to use in the right hand, I don't have to say first finger, second finger, or thumb, because that's what I use for the left hand. I use 1, 2, 3, 4. I'll say first finger. So we don't get confused with a left hand and right hand. I'll just say P-I-M-A. Okay, so I'm gonna do this tremolo exercise again, but with free strokes. So we're gonna do P, A, I, M, A, P, A, I, M, A, P, A, I, M, A. And then that's a tricky one. Loretta Studios, I equals index, yeah. I think that these are like the Spanish words for like the fingers, so I don't speak Spanish at all, so maybe somebody could help me out with what these exactly mean. It's like pulgar, indice, median, annular, something like that. And yeah, I have the rat cam today, so our rat cam is over here. No, it's over here on this side, I think. It's on this side, and yeah, there's actually 2 rats in there, but I only see one. Maybe he'll come out. Okay, so that's some tremolo. Okay, so here's like some fun tremolo ones that I'll do. Let's see, what's one that I'll do? Okay, so we're gonna do just a regular tremolo now, which is P-A-M-I. That's a tremolo, P-A-M-I. So I'm going to start with P on the 6th string, and then I'm gonna start with the tremolo part on the 5th string. I'm gonna move those up 1 each time, so watch. Thumb is going to come up to meet them. And now when my thumb goes down, my other finger's going to go down with it. So let's do that again. more time. So P-A-M-I, P-A-M-I. You could even do that slower than that. Do rats try to escape like hamsters? No, they don't really try to escape. The door to their cage is open right now, and they're just hanging out in there. I don't see one of them, but I think she's in there. They don't really try to escape for some reason. Okay, so here's the last tremolo exercise that I'm going to do, and it's the coolest one, but it's also the most difficult. And it's basically going to be like we're gonna like cross our fingers. It's weird. I'll show you. So we're gonna do thumb on the 6th string and AMI on the 1st string. So it's gonna go, and then we're gonna go down a string with the bass note, and then on the 2nd string, 4th, and then 3rd, and then 3rd with your thumb, and then 4th with the tremolo, 2nd with your thumb. Crossing. It's like if you were doing thumb like this, and then your tremolo is also, oh, your tremolo is starting here, so they like cross over each other. I'll show you again. Is it possible to do the exercise with short nails? Yeah, it's possible. I have long nails, but lots of players use no nails or really short nails. So we're doing this again. We're crossing. So thumb on the 6th string, tremolo on the 1st string, 5th string, 2nd string. See if you can get that faster, because it's hard. I always have to slow down when the fingers cross, but it's kind of cool. Yeah, it's hard, but it's kind of cool to get your fingers moving in a different way than they're used to for tremolo. Cool. Okay, and then the next thing I'm gonna do is the did this in one of the live streams. I think it was the finger independence one, where I did like octaves, chromatic octaves. I like chromatic octaves because you have to like really pay attention to your left hand and make sure that it's going in the right exact place. So the first one we'll start with E. So E is the 6th string and also the 2nd fret of the 4th string. So I'll play, and then F, F sharp, G, G sharp, A sharp, B, C sharp, D, and so on. I'm gonna keep going. I'm gonna go all the way up to G sharp. Let's go up to G sharp. And then we're gonna go back down. Where was I? I forget where I was. That's A. Okay, so that's just a little bit slower than I usually play it, so that gets a little bit like, but is that helpful? Like, I hope that you guys could follow along at that tempo. I don't want to play it too fast, And I guess like the tempo I usually play it at is. But it doesn't matter what tempo you're playing at, as long as your fingers are kind of like moving independently, because we've got to do open and second finger, then 1 and 3, 2 and 4, 3 and 0. It's a lot of ways your fingers have to move. So just as long as your fingers are able to get to that and that you're not buzzing any of the notes, then you can go as fast as you need to go. But if you're having trouble with that, there's no problem with slowing it down. Okay, cool. So after I do chromatic octaves, I've gotten Raschiatos, tremolo, chromatic octaves, and then the next thing I would do is chromatic scales. I know all these chromatic stuff. I like chromatic scales because we're gonna have to work on shifting a little bit. And let's see, I usually will do let's do an E chromatic, and I'm gonna do it rest stroke because I like rest stroke. So start with the open string E, and chromatic just means, if you forget, just that the notes are going up by half step. So you're just going up each half step. So on the 6th string is where we spend. So we're gonna look how many times I shifted on the 6th string. That was 3. Oh, 2. 2. Yeah. So I'm playing E. I open 1, 2, 3, 4, and then we're shifting with your first finger to the 5th fret. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then you're gonna shift again, first finger to the 9th fret. And now shift your first finger back a fret to the 8th fret for the next string. And then same thing, on the next string, go back a fret. And then on the next string, go back a fret. And then on the next string, stay on this fret. Next, first string, back a fret, 5th fret. And now shift your first finger up to the 9th fret. Let's do that from the top again. Robbie says he uses chromatic scales for finger dexterity and independence, gradually getting better. That's awesome. That is a good use for that. Especially with, like, kind of synchronizing your right hand and your left hand. I find that's kind of like one of the reasons I started doing chromatic scales, because a lot of times I was feeling like I don't know which, like they weren't lining up. Like one of my hands was faster than the other. So I think it's more important that your fingers are synchronized and you're getting all the notes rather than they're really fast. So a slow tempo with these is really good. So I'm going to show you that pattern one more time. So we've got 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then shift your first finger to the 5th fret. 1, 2, 3, 4. Shift to the 9th fret. Now we're taking our finger back a fret for the next string. Same thing, next string back a fret. Back a fret. I'm doing rest stroke, that's right. And then the second string, keep your finger on the same fret. And then for the first string, go back a fret. And shift. And then let's go backwards. Here's a good shift. First finger to 4th finger. And now we have to kind of reach our pinky up 1 extra fret. Just going back the exact way we came. So shift up a fret when you go to the next string. There's that 1 to 4 shift again. So I talked about synchronizing your hands with this one, but you also have to work on shifting a little bit, which is something I like to work on as well. I always feel like my shifts sometimes in pieces, like they are too jumpy or something, so I work on these scales a lot. Okay, so I did that, and I used my I-M fingers. I'm gonna do this again with, let's see, how about I and A? That's kind of a weird thing. It's gonna feel weird. Yeah, I have rat cam up, but there's no rats moving around on it. I don't know. All I see is this one, like it's like a rat butt. Anyway, so we're gonna do our E chromatic scale again, but we're gonna do I and A instead of I and M. So I, it's this one, and A. It's gonna feel weird. If you're not used to doing these, it feels really weird. So. How did that one feel? Mr. Rat, and what's the other rat's name? The other rat is named Clover. Oh, sorry, Arthur. I'll see you next time. Thanks for stopping in. Let's see. How about we'll do the scale again, but with MA, and then I'll see if Clover wants to come out. Okay, so we're gonna do MA. This is harder, I think. So MA. There we go, MA. So let me know which one is harder for you. I think for me it's MA, but a lot of my students say it's IA. Slacking source, would you be okay with us downloading these streams? Yeah, you can download the streams, but they're gonna stay up on my channel too, so you can watch them like later. I'm gonna leave them up, so you can always watch them again. I think YouTube takes a little while to process it. It takes like a day or something for it to like be fully processed, and then it's up on the channel. Because they're so long, like YouTube takes a long time processing it. But yeah, this will live here so you can come back to it. Okay, so I want to do like a stretching exercise next. What's a good stretching exercise? That's usually what I do next. Left hand extension. That was like what I did on one of our, was it our last one? That was like, we did that scale that was, I don't really feel like doing a scale though, because I just did a chromatic scale, so I'm gonna do, let's see, how about that one I did last time where it was like this? It was 1, 2, but skip a fret. 3, and then third finger skips a fret, but these two have to stay down. So let's see it again. 1, skip a fret, 2, 3, lift 3, and skip a fret. Same thing, up a string. So we're going to do the next string, up a fret. Next, same thing, up a fret, and next string. Over a string, up a fret. Oh wait, I didn't do that right. And then we're going down, so we're doing back a fret. Let's do that from here so I can explain it. So it's 4, fourth finger here, third finger goes back a fret on the next string, 2 goes right next to it, and then lift 2 and bring it back a fret. And then your pinky goes on the second string, back a fret. This one. Wait, is that right? I forgot how this one. Oh, this is a different fourth finger, and then there's actually a space here. And can you reach this? Yeah, so that's like a stretch. Like, I'm just gonna do a little bit of a stretch. How long have I been doing this? 31 minutes. Okay, so I did say that my warm up. What's the word? Warm up routine. Yes, warm up routine takes about 30 minutes. So this seems right because now we're like 31 minutes in, and I've gotten through most of it. I guess the next thing I would do is slurs. So one thing you can do for slurs is just, let's see, you could just do one slur on each fret. Like maybe we'll do on the first fret, we'll do 1 to 2. So I'm doing a hammer on from 1 to 2. And then I'll do 2 to 3. Three to 4. So I'm just going from the first string to the sixth string and then back. So I just did that one, and then how about 2 to 4? Usually I'll do them a couple times on each string. And then 1 to 3. And then last one we'll do is 1 to 4. Alright, so that's like hammer-ons, but we should also do pull-offs. So we're going to do 2 to 1 pull-off first. So it's I don't know, did I do that too many times? Yeah, I went back again. Okay, so then we're going to do 2 to 3. And then we can do 3 to 4. This one's tricky. So make sure that when you're doing these slurs that you don't hear like a something like that. Just be like more gentle with it, because the first note should be louder than the second. Okay, and then we're gonna do 4 to 2. Broken portrait. You make it look easy. Yeah, it's definitely not easy, but it's something I've practiced. Like, this is my daily routine where every day I do a couple like exercises with slurs. This is just one of them. And then we're gonna do 3 to 1. So 3. Remember, keep your first finger gentle like lopsided because I was talking. It should be even the whole time. And then I guess our last one is 4-1. So those are all the slurs that we could do here. Just as a warm up, like you don't have to. And these aren't the only slur exercises I do. I would say in my warm up routine, I'm gonna do some slur exercises. There's other ones that you could do and you could find, but I think it's like really good for strengthening the left hand to practice them every day as part of like a warm up. Okay, so the next thing I'm gonna do is shifting. So I know I did some shifting with the chromatic scale, but I really like this exercise that I think I did a live stream on before, but so if you've seen it you might remember. It's like a major scale but on one string and you shift, so it's one. So we're gonna start on the 6th string and we're gonna go 1, 3, 1, 2. Well, I guess 1, 3. Shift to the 5th fret. 1, 2, 4. Shift to the 10th fret. 1, 3, 4. Do that again. 1, 3, 1, 2, 4. 1, 3, 4. And then it's going backwards. Now the shift is going to be once I get down to here, and I got to shift all the way up to the octave, which was the last note with my pinky. So I got to do and go down the scale. Do that again. Now my pinky's gonna go to the 5th or the 8th fret, 5th position. So let's look at this again one more time. I'll just put it all together. So. And now I'm going to do it on the 5th string. Same exact thing. Okay, and 4th string. Hardest part about that is not squeaking that noise. So I did talk about that a little bit in the live stream I did that was left hand shifting. So if you can watch that one, I talked about this exercise with eliminating the string noise and things like that, and other ways we can work with the shifting. Cool, now I'm on the 3rd string. This one's a little bit easier because you don't have to worry about the string noise or the squeaky. Cool. So that would be the end of my warm-up routine. I've been on this stream for 40 minutes. I would say it takes about 25 to 30 minutes for me to do this entire thing because I wouldn't be talking and explaining things. I would just run through it basically. Yes, so let me know if you think this is helpful. If you want to see maybe a more formal video on my warm-up routine, like one that I edit and put together so it looks nice and not just a live stream of this. Maybe explain things that you want better, like tell me if you want me to explain chromatic scales better or something like that, and I could do a video on that. Let me know, because yeah, this is something I do every day, so I think about it a lot. Oh, and Mr. Rat woke up just now. You can see his tail. Mr. Rat, no. Oh, there's his face. Oh, he's such a good boy. Oh, there he goes. He's done. He's done with it. He blessed us with his tail and a tiny bit of his face for 1 second. Yeah, thanks everybody for joining me. This is pretty fun. Let me know if you have any questions, and every time you leave me a comment or a question, I think about it as something I can make a video on or talk about later. So if anything was not clear or you want me to expand upon anything, let me know, and then I could maybe make another video on it. That's how I kind of get my ideas, is what you guys ask me in the comments. Am I gonna do an Eddie Van Halen tribute? Not yet. I'm gonna play electric guitar on my channel. I was saying at the beginning of the stream, I'll play electric guitar on my channel when my channel subscribers reach 6.66k. So we're not there yet, but that's my goal. And if you want to help me out, share my videos and hit the like button and subscribe. I think I'm at 4,000 subscribers now, so we get a couple more thousand subscribers and I'll play some electric guitar on my channel. But anyway, it was fun hanging out with you guys and Mr. Rat, and I'll see you next week.